Hello everybody, welcome to Savvy Redneck, and I've got a project going on now that I've been thinking about for probably the last year, off and on. So as you can see through my videos, I do a lot of black powder, and with that last one, putting all them pieces together, I kind of went a little further down in that rabbit hole and decided to go ahead with the idea that I've been having for a year of making a possibles bag, a muzzleloader possibles bag, and I got some pretty good ideas. I think I've talked to a friend, and he had helped me enhance that idea, and it's a little more user friendly now. So Ashley, thanks. So what we're going to do, and I will warn you, I did jump ahead on this project because I didn't know how it was going to turn out. First time I've ever done this, and I could see a lot of things not going right, so I wanted to get it done and see if I was even going to do this project. Turns out it came out pretty decent for a first attempt. I was really impressed with it, and I did jump ahead a little bit because then I got moving on things, and then I'm like, oh, I got to videotape this now. So here we are. This is what I've jumped ahead on. So what I've done is embossed this, carved it, however you want to put that, and it's now like a nice texture on it. I don't know if you can see that or not. That's what we got. Pretty slick. Pretty slick. These two hands have done that. So I went ahead and I cut these pieces after I got my dimensions off of this. And let's see what we got here. This is the back piece. 8 1/4 by 7.5. It's the size of the bag. We're also going to have the strap coming off of this. This is the inside piece. I didn't want to make it full length because I've used them before where sides are even and you're lifting that up and you're digging all around inside that bag for about that much area at the bottom. So this is going to make things a little more available, and we'll go into that. This piece is 4 inches. Yeah, 4 inches by 8 1/4. So my math worked out on that one. Well, basically what we have at this point, got the back, we got the front, and we got the lid, flap, however you want to call that. So there's going to be some more pieces. We'll put a piece in the middle here, and that has an official name. And right up to this point, I can tell you what it was. But it's basically just another piece of leather inside. It's not trim, but it's another good word like that. And then it's just a matter of stitching, which I make that sound easy. And my sewing machine, these two things, don't move as quick as they used to. So it's going to be quite a process. I'm excited though because everything so far has turned out really well. This made my day. I'm not going to lie about that. I'm pretty excited. And getting this together and having it, and I've seen everything turn out, I'm pretty excited about that. My first leather craft, where are we at? My first leather craft, and so far so good, right? Alright, so we're going to jump in on this. It's not really a hard project, it's just going to be a lot of manual dexterity and a little time. But in the end, it's going to be worth it. And you're going to see that as we do it. Let's get going. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, there's going to have to be some tabs on this. It's going to fold over, and then that's going to give us something to attach our shoulder strap with. And I got a cotton weave shoulder strap that I'll be using with this, and that cuts down the cost of making this quite a bit. So what I did, I just took a piece of this leather, bent it over, decided what size loop I'm going to need, took half of that, and I have a mark here now. So the chop wound up being 2 inches. So we're going to cut this out, fold these tabs over, and pop rivet them, sew them, make them nice and sturdy, and then that part will be done. So easy peasy, right? Let's just go ahead and do that. Alright, so I got my two marks. This is the tab that is going to hold that strap on, and this is the width of it. So rather than just having a nice cut straight corner, when I come up here at a 1/4 inch and down here at a 1/4 inch, and I made 2 marks. Then I got my radius tool and I put it on those 2 marks, and I do one of these. Now I got a nice little scoop right there, and it's going to be nice. It'll gives that corner a little more strength also with having that. So we're just going to duplicate it on this end and cut it out. Okay, so we're just going to take nice easy strokes. You don't need to bear down. If you press too hard, it's hard to control the blade. So just a good easy stroke. You can actually hold it like an ink pen. And then you're going to go back multiple times then and cut that. And each time add a little pressure, but not a lot. And then before you know it, you're all the way through. That's what we have. It's a nice little rounded corners. These tabs, now I can pull those over, and we have a loop. Just like I said, I don't know, either pop rivet or sew them. I haven't decided yet. We're going to put something in there, and then there will be a metal ring here, and that's what I'll attach the strap with. So I want to fold them around the back. That way, when you put the lid on, flap, it's a nice flat surface all the way across. I don't have to worry about the little tabby deals. Alright, so I don't have the metal rings per se. So what I've done, 2 coat hangers, and I've twisted them together. And now I'm just going to bend a nice little loop, and that's going to be my rings. And this will have a lot more character. I'll be able to put some vinegar on this and age it a little bit so that it'll stand out as bright and shiny. Well, that's the game plan for now. Let's see how it goes. Alright, that's what we have. So now, I'm going to put that in there. Got a nice little ring to hook our strap to. Put that inside. Yeah, not bad, not bad. Alright, let's see if we can get this duplicated. Alright, so now for the next project. This is the piece that come out of here. That's the side. We're going to continue to use this piece because nothing's going left unnoticed around here. We're using everything. So I'm going to just cut a strip off this right now. And let's go 1/4 inch on this one again. These framing squares are really nice. I do like them. And it's so bright, it's hard to lose. Alright, so that strip, that's going to go right here. And that's going to leave enough room then that I can get this sewed on without it interfering with them side stitches. Worked out really good. Before you get to this point, you got to know what you're putting in here. This bag is just going to be the ball starter, the bullets, either conical or Rambo, I haven't decided yet, the patches, and the cleaning kit / accessories, ball puller, all that good stuff. So it doesn't have to have a lot in there. We all know if you make the big bag, you're going to fill it no matter what. So I come up with this size for just the sole purpose of having nothing in here but what I'm going to be using. And we might have a patch knife in here also. So let's just go ahead and do that. We'll have the ball starter, the patch knife. The cleaning kit will be in a separate pocket on the other side, which I'll show you that. But everything else, the patches and the bullets, they'll be loose in the bottom. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to attach this. This is where we're at. Ramrod here, patch box in the middle, which is, I'm about to go find one. This is the patch knife. So if I find an excuse to make a knife, I will, and I did. So this is a really small blade. But patch knife is not a skinning knife. It's only for trimming the patches off. So just a small knife in here. It's gonna be cool. At this point, we're gonna put the edging in, and that's going to be actually like the second layer. That's going to add strength to the joint of the two pieces being put together. If I find it, there we go. So this is what we're at right now, and I'm liking it. It's coming together pretty well. So we have a nice thick pouch, you can see, and this stuff here, I went ahead and I sewed it in tight. Man, my words are missing me. Sewed it in tight, but then I'm going to wet form it. So I wasn't too worried about it. I got plenty of thickness to play with here. Same thing with this. I just made sure that these stitches were durable. The pop rivets, that's what it looks like from the back. They come out pretty good, and I do like that. So first time I tried this, we'll see how it goes. It might end up being a stitching. Alright, we're going to move on. Right now we're going to cut these cordage, and we're going to put that in there. Alright, now this is where we're at after today, and I'm pretty proud of this kit. I got my ball starter here. It's just a deer antler with a brass finish on it to keep it from splitting. And the webbing, I soaked the webbing, I got it wet, and now it slides in and out pretty nice. Screwdriver, just finished that. This was fun. It's hardened steel. It'll break before it bends. So that, like I said, that was fun making that, and it's useful. I'll be able to take that lock off if I need to fix it while I'm in the field. This last one, that is the patch knife, and my wife called it cute, but we all know that it's functional and cute as far as usable. Yeah, that's a piece of sandpaper, by the way. That's not just a piece of paper laying around. It will definitely cut the patches if I need it to. Okay, so now we're just going to put this all together with the saddle stitch. And there's a lot of saddle stitching here. So, a lot. That's for a good cause, I don't mind. So, there we go. We're stitching. It's always a good feeling. But, yes it is. So I'm just going to continue taking these needles back and forth, one side and the other, until I go all the way around, and then I'll be able to tie a knot, and this part will be done. Hard to believe. Seems like a lot of work to get to this point. So I'm not going to bore you with 4 hours of this. So if anything changes, I'll let you know. Okay, after what seems like 16 hours of hand sewing, hand stitching, we got that. We now have the front and the back. Nice little opening, got the ring sewed on. So now we're going to put the flap on. Okay, so it's all sewed on, and now we're ready to put the we're going to use neat foot oil is what we're putting on it, and that and the strap, and it's done. It turned out really nice. It's the right size. Now let's go get the oil on it. And there you go. That's how we do this. So you can see we got this decked out. I got a few more pieces to go. Ball starter, just a piece of deer antler, oak dowel rod, had a brass cap. I drilled that out at a 1/2 inch on the end to kind of fit the shape of the round ball or the conical, either one. So don't know if it's necessary, but it seems like it might be. Next item, just a screwdriver. I made that out of a piece of flat stock that I had around the shop. Some high carbon steel. I ground that tip and made sure that it would fit the small screw on the muzzle loader, because if I have to tear that down out in the field, take that lock off for some reason, I now can undo that. So that was a handy item to have in here. I guess I got a space here yet for the nipple wrench and maybe a cleaning jag. Last item, it's a patch knife slash whatever else I need. Little handy item. Also a piece of deer antler and a piece of high carbon steel scrap that I had. I hammered it out. It's just the right size. You know, it's not a knife made for anything but cutting the patch material off. So it's the right size for that. You don't have an extra blade to stab things around you. The handle fits 3 fingers. So I'm good with that. It's nice. We'll put that in there. So that's the kit. That's the bag. This outside piece, that was the trophy for about 6 months of trial and error. And once I finally got it, it made so much more sense to me. We're going to keep that knowledge and hopefully build on it a little bit better. The back side, just nice and clean. It's got 3 coats of neat oil on it. On the flap, I think it's got 2 on the inside. What I'm going to do next is I got this bag of 50 cal round ball. I'm going to put that in there, put some oil on it, work it around, get this pouch to open up a little more is all I need. The only thing I'm going to be putting in here, other than what I have, is the round ball and patches. So it's going to be the right size. I didn't want a big one, a big pouch, because the bigger the pouch, the more stuff you're going to put in it, and then you're right back to carrying a backpack. I wanted a small pouch specifically for muzzleloading stuff. So when I got it, I knew what's in there, and I don't have to go dig around the bottom of it, because now it's organized on the side with that webbing, and it's going to go a lot smoother, a lot easier if I need to reload in a hurry. So I'm pretty excited about that. Alright, next project, yeah, I don't know. We're going to see what rolls in. I got some upcoming events. I have Balbic Days, which is a underground railroad station here in Indiana, and that's coming up next month. And I have the Rendezvous and Reserve, which I believe is in September, and then Civil War Days, Hartford City, in October. I think those are right. So got some events this year, so we have to make some stuff for those different events, and that might be one of my next projects. We'll just have to wait and see. So I'm a Savvy Redneck. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch you later.